Fragmentum activity is intensifying. Something's happening on Eurela 6. Shouldn't we go down there, Himiko?
Have faith in them. Besides, this is her first trailblazing expedition. How will she be able to look back fondly without a few twists and turns? Are you bored, Welt? I understand. But we have lots of opportunities ahead of us. Let's leave the memories of this expedition for them.
So you think they'll be safe, right?
Yes, we haven't seen any Eon or Emanator level imaginary reactions. Relax. This is a young person's adventure. We shouldn't interfere. At most, we could offer a little off-site assistance.
Is this the fragmentum Gepard was talking about?
Compared to this, the corrosion we saw in Backwater Pass pales into insignificance.
Oh, yeah. It feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Serval said that the Stellaron was very likely hidden in the snow plains north of Belobog. If we want to get there, I'm afraid we'll have to find the exit to this Fragmentum maze first.
This place makes my flesh crawl. Like there are insects under my skin.
We have no guide and no way of detecting the Stellaron. We'll just have to advance gradually and cautiously. Don't be disheartened. The stronger the Fragmentum contamination, the closer we are to the source.
Oh, look! Up ahead on the ground! What is that?
Be careful. Think twice before you interact with anything in the Fragmentum.
This is... Bronya's! Right, she must be. This can't be a coincidence.
Whoa! Quick, look! That's Bronya! Huh? Is that Cocolia too?
No, it isn't them. It must be a kind of echo? Some type of residual energy replicated by the Fragmentum.
Which means they were definitely here, right? And it looks like they went that way.
Just in time. We had no idea which direction to take. Let's go.
Still haven't told me what this place is, Mother.
700 years ago, this was Belobog's northern border, and the site of an ancient battle. Here is where Elisa Rand led the first Silvermane Guards in resistance against the Legion. Now, it is nothing more than an abandoned corridor, filled with the sounds of old-world echoes. Don't let its fragmented appearance fool you, Bronya. On the day the promise is fulfilled, these ruins will become the breeding ground of a new world.
Mother, do you truly believe the Stellaron's promise? It summoned the blizzard beyond our walls and opened the door of the Fragmentum. It destroyed our civilization.
And yet, the crime of our ancestors was their inability to embrace that destruction sooner.
What?
From the moment those intruders descended from beyond the sky, this world was handed a death sentence. But the Stellaron has reserved for us a thread of hope. There is a price to pay for new life, wiping away every decaying vestige of the old world, renouncing the meaningless and lingering struggle. This is the price the Stellaron demands. When the promise is fulfilled, Bronya, no longer will we have to squander our lives guarding this wasteland. You and I will witness the new world rise from the ruins.
Objects that have been exposed to fragmentum corrosion might not be stable. I wouldn't touch that device if I were you.
This is a complex mechanism. How did they get past?
I knew this wouldn't be simple. Wait! Wasn't there some big energy hub-looking thing back in that empty area? Let's go back and take a look. Maybe it's linked to this gate.
I can't say I like the idea of interacting with our surroundings, especially this deep into the fragmentum. However, there's no other way. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Even Don Hung the Sensible has his adventurous days. It worked, right? But the gate didn't move an inch.
Are there other units around?
It's clear that whoever designed these mechanisms didn't want outsiders to get through too easily. Let's keep looking for the energy hub.
Look, over there! I think I can see the next unit.
Oh, I see it too. Let's go.
Are those monsters guarding the energy hub?
It seems like it. Strange. Fragmentum monsters would usually destroy man-made objects.
Did you hear that? This mechanism must be on now. Come on, let's find the next one.
Where is the next mechanism? Oh, behind that gate.
There's no switch. We need to find a way around.
I've never seen such a desolate place. At least in Rivet Town, you could tell that people used to live there. Keep at it.
Rivet Town is only at the outstretched fingertips of the corrosion. Now, we're deep in the fragmentum's heart.
How you gonna win if you don't take any risks?
Success! Another mechanism shut down.
I want to ask you a question. Yes, I think this could well be the best time. Do you still remember those dreams you mentioned to us? I know you're wide awake right now, but I need you to try. See if you can recall the voice you heard. Well? This is merely speculation, but perhaps the voice you heard is the Stellaron somehow conveying information to Cocolia. And the one in your body is resonating with the Stellaron on this world.
Huh? You mean that Stellarons can communicate? I've never heard that before.
Well, there's never been a human that could accommodate a Stellaron in their body.
Then, aren't we walking straight into a trap?
Yes. And Branya may well be the bait.
Don Hung's speculations are usually right on the money. But even if we've guessed right, we can't go home now.
There's no way back anyway. At least Cocolia won't catch us off guard now. So what if it's an ambush? We're not about to lose now. I have to save Bronya, beat Cocolia, and crush this Stellaron thing to dust.
Are these echoes too?
Yes. The fragmentum here seems to have made a special connection with Cocolia. It's repeatedly generating forms in her image.
I don't understand. Even if the truth is as you say, every generation of Guardian has resisted the call of the Stellaron. Can all of them have been wrong, Mother?
Do you still not see, Bronya? There is no right or wrong here. Some of them acted out of human pride, others out of human short-sightedness. Our ancestors, including Elisa Rand, spent their whole lives trying to prolong this civilization. Then, after all fell still, their memories were scattered by the blizzard. They spent lifetimes writing songs of praise that lauded the bravery of humanity, but couldn't spare the time to gaze up into the stars. To those entities of greater magnificence in the heavens above, 1,000 years is but a passing moment. The attainments of insignificant beings, nothing more than a footnote. I shall not follow the Guardian's misguided steps down that blind alley of narcissism. If persistence is futile, then one must choose a new beginning.
But Klipoth, the Preservation, are they not one of the magnificent entities you speak of? Is it not their strength that has sheltered Belobog this entire time?
The Preservation. Has the Preservation ever looked humanity in the eye? Nothing more than an arrogant delusion of the architects. You will hear the real voice of magnificence, Bronya. Then you will understand my choice.
Done! It took some effort, but we finally cracked these mechanisms.
We're one step closer to Bronya. Let's move!
Whoa, check this place out! Tables and sentry posts? There must have been Silvermane guards stationed here once.
If there were, they left a long time ago. There might be valuable information here. Shame we don't have time to look for it.
Looks like another completely new monster!
Considering where we are, it would be surprising if we didn't run into strange enemies here.
I don't care how strange it is. It's blocking our way. Let's get it!
This enemy is completely different. If I didn't know it was a product of the Fragmentum, I'd think we were fighting a human.
Unlike those random low-level Fragmentum creations, this one seems to have a mind of its own. It seems to be able to use complex tactics.
Look, Bronya and Cocolia's echoes. They must have come through here. Hey, stay with it. This is the final push.
I sense that we're very near to the northern snow plains.
This is where the first Guardian led the Silvermane guards into battle. She made huge sacrifices for the sake of temporary respite. But the otherworldly Legion did not tire. She soon realized that flesh and blood could not contend with so ruthless an enemy. When all was nearly lost, she chose to set her sights on the Stellaron and made the first wish. As for what came later, You know as well as I.
So, the eternal freeze was a disaster brought about by a human wish?
Ironic, no? All the Stellaron did was answer humanity's call, and yet we kept its existence a closely guarded secret for centuries. Even going so far as to attempt to use it to control the Stellaron. Woeful. Laughable.
It?
No, something created using otherworldly technology. An inhibitor that a corporation from the old world and the architects attempted to use to house the Stellaron. Oh, I know you have many questions, my daughter. Be patient. Soon you will have all the answers.
It's that shadow of hers again. But Bronya's isn't with her this time.
It's only a fragmentum illusion. Let's get a closer look. It feels like this echo is different from the others before.
Intruders!
Huh? Did she just speak?
You cannot approach.
Not good. March, out the way!
The Stellaron! Intruders! You go no further.
Are you sure this isn't the real her?
Stay
It may look like her, but the fragmentum can only create forgeries. Bring her down!
Will that they promise?
She disappeared.
Those stairs. It's the only way forward.
Wherever they lead, it must be the end of the journey.
I don't want to get to the end so soon. I want my journey to go on forever.
This means that Bronya is up ahead. And so is the fate of the overworld and the underworld. It's all in our hands. Strange. I thought I'd feel nervous or afraid, but I don't. The only feeling I have is that none of this seems real.
Hey, way to boost morale over there.
The Express has traveled world after world. We are merely passing travelers, witnesses to part of a grander story. We invariably avoid getting drawn into turbulence that can decide the fate of a world, but there are always times when we have no choice but to act.
Or to put it another way, this is one heck of a first trailblazing expedition. You hit the jackpot.
I was about to bore you all with my gloomy reflections, but on second thought, not today. Adventuring with you guys by my side has made me feel like no obstacle is too big.
Right on. But you can say whatever you like. A good adventure shouldn't be full of rules and regulations. Helping those in need, befriending those worth counting on, and saving the world a few times along the way. It's freezing here. The blizzard's so fierce. The power from the Trailblaze path isn't enough to stop the cold.
It means that we're getting closer to the Stellaron, and the heart of the Eternal Freeze.
What is this? Oh, it's scary.
It's like an insect trapped in amber.
I bet the Antimatter Legion forces never thought they'd be swallowed up by the Eternal Freeze when they invaded this world. Even in the ice, could these guys still be alive? I'm impressed you can still think up jokes right now.
Did the architects build this?
Very different from the uniform style of the buildings we saw in the city.
Does it look like the palm of a huge hand to you? If Cocolia threatens us by taking Branya hostage...
We have to save her. The underworld... No. The entire planet relies on her.
No.
Do not resist, Branya. Accept the common will.
No! I don't want this.
Look upon their promised future, Branya! A world without poverty, without cold, without suffering. A world where people no longer have to pray like prisoners for survival. A world that we can guard for all eternity. 700 years ago, we tried and fought unceasingly, believing that the radiance of human nature could shepherd us towards rejuvenation. And to what end? A crushing defeat. Why, when faced with irrefutable strength, is our first thought always to resist? To cover our ears instead of hearing the call? It is the conceit and cowardice entrenched in the depths of human nature, so difficult to efface. Cast them aside. Break free of the chains that bind you. The Stellaron will lead humanity to evolve, and they will.
Your brainwashing ends here, you witch!
Zila?
You came. I thought the blizzards had entombed you.
You wish! We're not going down before you do! Branya! I don't know what happened between you and them. Even if you explained it to me, I probably wouldn't understand all the crazy details. But there are two things I do know. One, these guys have come through hell to get here, to seal this Stellaron thing. And two, do you remember what I said? If anything happened to you, I'd save you. Do you understand? Even if the damage is done, even if you've completely forgotten our promise, then I'm just gonna have to knock you out and bring you back myself.
Zila. All of you.
Finished? I think I've given you long enough to bid farewell. It's time I told you my other reason for bringing you here, Brownie.
Huh?
I want to witness your choice. I have told you all the truths there are to tell. The deal with the Stellaron, the wish I made to it. There are no more secrets between us. Many years ago, the voice of the Stellaron sounded in my ears for the first time. I was no different from the previous generations of Guardians. I withdrew, refused to hear. I was as you are now, bitterly defending the Architect's so-called preservation. My conviction was once steadfast, unparalleled. Until a sudden change arrived and threw everything into chaos. Another choice appeared before me. A subversion of the old order. And the welcoming of a new world. And compared to the illusory, ever more distant preservation, this was so tangible. I have agonized, long agonized over how to convey all this to you. Inevitably, the promised tomorrow will transpire. But if you were not there beside me to watch over that new world, then I would descend into torment. Branya. Enduring torment. Perhaps I should be thanking you, outsiders. The pressure you have imposed has at long last compelled me to confront my final weakness. Branya, throughout your life, I have never forced you to submit to my will. You have always, will always have a choice. As then, so now. Choose, my daughter.
Madame Cocolia, I am grateful to you for raising me and for allowing me the privilege of choice. But I am sorry, Mother. On this, our final occasion, I cannot stand with you. You say that conceit and cowardice lie in the depths of human nature. Perhaps you're right. Desperation sheds a light on the darkest recesses of the heart. What about those simply struggling for survival, fighting for something better? I've witnessed their light on the front lines, in the underworld, in places you have overlooked. Our ancestors built this city, striving in the bitter snow to prolong our civilization. Even if this world is doomed to fall apart, we should allow humanity to pave the way to its final outcome. Not hand over our fate to the seed of ruin. We are guardians, Mother, chosen from among the masses. Our duty is to preserve the world built by humanity. We are not gods. We are not arbiters. You seek to crush human nature underfoot while masquerading as an arbiter and a god. I cannot let you.
So, this is your choice. I understand, Branya. Pity. Such a pity that you will never see that resplendent world. Unable to free yourself from the shackles of your mind. You know what? You were supposed to be the mother of the new world.
The ground! It's shaking! What's happening?
That sign.
The fate of this city, of Belobog, is sealed. Its future will unfold in our hands. And you will become the foundation of the new world. You must break the old to build the new. The Supreme Guardian commands you! Rise, engine of creation!
It's one of the Architect's ancient machines! Watch out, all of you! This robot's 1,000 times bigger than Svarog!
Engine! Break them! You've got a lot of nerve.
We have to stop it!
Echo, you finally spared a thought for us.
What are you talking about? Weldon, I've been up on the you the time. You've got quite the trailblazing edition on your hands. So, how does that guy work? Or, importantly, how do you stop him from working? Over to you guys, I guess.
I'll cover you! Grab hold of me!
Behold, the power granted by them! Listen to the power surge! Sing! The Stellaron's promise is the only hope for this world. Just as it dispelled the Antimatter Legion 700 years ago, so too will it wipe you from the face of this world! Stay alert.
Just a scratch. Rules are made to be broken. Let's make it quick. Take this!
Humanity, so weak and foolish, always overestimating their abilities. Let me bestow upon you despair!
Is this the universe? But I was fighting Cocolia. Why am I here? The last time I came here, I drew Nanook's gaze. Could it be?
The commercial district has fallen. We've transferred the residents to the outer municipal districts for the time being. The garrison lost 26 fighters. But
Go on, Japard.
I'm not sure that they're dead. I saw their broken figures lingering in the fragmentum. What happened back there defied all reason. It was madness. Madam Guardian, if this continues...
I know well the consequences, Japard. You may leave.
Why do you hesitate, Cocolia? Isn't this what you've always been hoping for? Get out of this cage and take a look at the city. What is there to lose? The efforts of our predecessors,
Their unfinished research. We can finally see them come to fruition. Give me some soldiers and I'll locate the Stellaron and find out how to save our world.
You need to come to your senses, Serval.
Come to my senses? What are you...
Guards! Miss Serval is tired. Take her to rest. Sequester her lab and detain the researchers. Their work is illegal.
Why, Cocolia? Why have you grown so cold?
Serval Landau. You were my most cherished friend.
Madam Cocolia, the monsters are surging this way. It's too dangerous here.
Foolish. Weak.
What? Madam, what are you saying?
Only I can understand. They have eyes that do not see, ears that do not hear. Feast on their willful ignorance! Absolve them of their stupidity and fear!
Mother, I still don't understand. The fragmentum corrosion has already spread to the underworld. How will those below ground fend for themselves if we withdraw every guard?
The automatons will ensure their safety. The most important defensive position is here on the surface. If our lines crumble, the underground will vanish in an instant. Our defenses here must be maintained at all costs. These are the choices we make, Branya. As a leader, you must harbor the courage and foresight to choose. You, me, and every Silver Mane guard in the city, all of us must carry out a higher mission. There will come a day when you must make your own choice. Do you understand?
A higher mission?
It is too early, Branya. Still too early. You will understand when the time is right.
The city is drowning in tears. The power of the preservation is fading. We could not defy the will of the Stellaron after all. Ah, a believer, I see. The fragmentum had been expanding for the past 700 years. There is no faith nor wealth left for our successors. Only despair. To see the home we vowed to preserve wither away. That in itself is torture. Not to mention the haunting whisper of temptation. The day will come when even the strongest of wills cannot help but give in to such influence. It is only a matter of time before the Amber Lord forsakes us. And yet you seek to bond your destiny to ours. So be it. What is there to lose when so much has already been lost? Touch the light of the amber, Trailblazer. See if your will can attract their gaze.
Defend the weak. Keep up. My tempo!
Time for a detailed overhaul. Savor the vigor of it. Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Now.
Time for the old world to collapse!
You won't get away! Time to go on the offensive. Keep up! My tempo!
Come one, come all. Savor the vigor.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all! I'm on guard. Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward! Turn up the volume!
The Stellaron changes everything!
You're in bad shape.
Lance at the ready. You won't get away!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Naughty children savor the vigor of life.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
The power of the Stellaron is with me!
We made a choice.
You are but cinders of the old world, soon to become ashes! We'll be the architect of a new world!
Combat is a series of precise machinations. Come on.
All better now?
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all! Turn up the volume!
The only redemption.
To the coup! You won't get away!
I have something for you.
Now. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Much obliged.
Up! My tempo!
Goes the past.
Lance up and ready.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
You're in bad shape.
Turn up the volume!
Deceived me. The Stellaron promised us the future. It will include everything!
Mother, stop!
It's over.
Mother, did you wake up from that dream?
Wow. That was a tough trailblazing expedition. We made it! But, what are we gonna do with the Stellaron? It's usually Mr. Yang who handles it.
I've informed Himiko and Mr. Yang already. They'll seal the Stellaron.
Nice! The crisis on this world is basically over, right?
The storm still rages on. Now that the Stellaron is sealed, the eternal freeze will slowly recede. Fragmentum won't aggressively expand anymore, but nor will it disappear. Eurilo 6 has a chance to return to life. But it will take time. It will depend on the efforts of the people here.
Thank you. All of you. Start thinking. We're going to need all the humor we can get. At least the biggest hurdle is behind us. There is still much to do. The people will have felt the effects of the engine of creation. There are so many questions to answer, so many truths to reveal. I don't know whether I can get the people to accept all this. Can I really do that? Tell everyone about Mother's true motives? About a lie perpetrated for 700 years?
No. No. No way.
Seele.
I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think there's any other way. In the underworld, we tell the kids, things will be better tomorrow. Everyone knows it's a lie, but it gets them to sleep with some hope. Can you imagine the consequences if we told the people what happened here? They'd be devastated. If we can't trust the Guardians, who or what can we trust?
Mother died to preserve Belobog.
What?
The visitors from beyond the sky told her the secret of the Stellaron. She knew that Alyssa Rand, the first Supreme Guardian, had failed to destroy it. And yet, she decided to challenge its power, a power beyond human comprehension. Supreme Guardian Cocolia sacrificed herself to dispel the dark clouds enveloping this city. From here on out, that's the truth the world will hear. What do you think?
It keeps the hope of preservation alive, at least.
It's logical, and hard to disprove.
Why do we have to lie? I'm abstaining. I like telling the truth. But I get what you're trying to do.
I understand. But I must protect those that believe in the architects. For many people, Mother was an outstanding guardian. The whole truth will live on in my mind. All the mistakes, madness, evil, dreams therein. I will be the one to carry that burden. Now, I must take over the duties of the Supreme Guardian and discard my naive fantasies. I'm sorry, Seele. Please, protect this secret with me till the end of our lives.
Say no more. I know what to do.
Thank you. Well then, as promised, let's start rebuilding the bridge between the overworld and the underworld. Seele, can you tell everyone in the underworld that the Stellaron has been sealed? And tell them the blockade will soon be over, and they will breathe freely again soon.
Of course. Leave it to me. Nat's probably getting anxious about the delay.
While you do that, I'll head back to the administrative district. I need to tell Jabbar to serve.
Are you okay?
What's wrong, Branya? Do you feel sick?
I'm fine. I need to hurry.
She's exhausted. Quick, we need to think of something. You, help me out here.
Right. I almost forgot. You're still wanted by the guards. I might be an underworlder, but at least I don't stand out as much as you guys. That's settled then. I'll leave Nat to you. Remember to keep the secret. For Brun... No. For Belobog's sake.
So, wanna tell us what happened back there? Don't think you can just reappear on the battlefield with a cool weapon in your hands and skip the story. Thank you. That's not answering my question, though.
She probably doesn't know what happened either. This wouldn't be the first time. Something similar happened when we faced the Doomsday Beast on the space station. Remember that glance from Nanook? Originally, we thought it was because the Stellaron was linked to the destruction. But now it seems to be more than that. We might need to speak with Mr. Yang to understand what's going on. Let's focus on the business at hand first. We shouldn't disrupt Himiko and Mr. Yang while they're dealing with the Stellaron. Let's talk once we're back on the Express.
You're right. We need to finish what we started. Let's hurry up and find Natasha.
Are you alright? Are you hurt anywhere? Do you feel dizzy, tired, or...
I don't know, Seela. I feel cold all over.
Isn't that normal? This place is freezing.
Oh, let's get out of here before you catch a cold too.
Don't worry, I'm a tough cookie. Here, hold on to me. Let's go.